Hi, I'm Jimmy Noble with the Noble Group, and today we're going to go through the final walkthrough instructions. Now, I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm going to read to you, and I hate reading from a paper to a video camera, but I want you to get it verbatim. Now, mind you, this doc is part of our checklist and protocol is that we're going to send this to you so you have it all in front of you. So I'm going to start reading. At settlement, seller shall deliver possession of the property and shall deliver the property vacant, clear of trash and debris, broom clean, and in substantially the same condition as existed on the date of contract acceptance. All electrical, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, including the well and septic, and any other mechanical systems and related equipment, appliances, and smoke detectors included in this contract shall be in working condition. Buyer reserves the right to inspect the property within 5 days prior to settlement. End quote. Okay, so that's verbatim what it says. Bottom line is you're doing a walkthrough to make sure the place is in substantially the same condition. It's free of all the persons, the homeowner who you're buying the house from, free of all their personal items. Now, I will tell you, because this is a question that comes up, things like, obviously this picture's held up by a nail. So like nail holes aren't going to be patched up and touched up, painted. So you might have nails in there, the holes from the nail, when pictures are removed, things of that nature. But it's going to be empty of all their personal items. This is a time to check. Remember, we talked about the notice pursuant. If there were items that the seller said they were going to repair, and they didn't just say it, they gave you a paper, everyone agreed on paper, that road map that we have. If there were repairs, the final walkthrough is to check and make sure those repairs were done, make sure everything's done in a nice workmanlike fashion. Now, I want to give you a piece of advice, and I'm going to kind of tell a little bit of a story. So imagine, now the final walkthrough you can do up to 5 days prior to settlement. So imagine 5 days before settlement, you go through your walkthrough, you go through and you say, wow, everything's great. And then you go to settlement and you sign, you take ownership of the home, and then you get the keys from the seller and you go home to walk into your new house. And you walk down into the basement and there's 3 inches of water on the floor. Line from the washing machine, say, broke, and your basement's flooded. That is now, unfortunately, your problem. Here's what we do to avoid it. Even though you have 5 days prior to settlement, you can go through that walkthrough. My advice, and what I would do, I'm just giving the advice, you can do whatever you want to do. It says you can go 5 days prior to the settlement if you want to. I usually, give the advice based on what I would do. And the level of experience that I have. And mind you, that scenario actually happened, but we averted the problem of the flooded basement, had everything taken care of prior to settlement. So check this out. Instead of that scenario of a flooded basement happening to you, why not go to the walkthrough on your way to settlement? That way you check it, make sure everything's good to go. If the basement did flood for some reason, the electric power went out and it couldn't pump water out with the sump pump, it's not at that point your problem. The seller would have to get that taken care of. So my advice, do the final walkthrough on your way to settlement. That way you do the walkthrough, make sure everything's good, you sign everything, and you come home. And also, I just wanted to point out, you're going to want to call BG&E and let them know that you're going to be taking ownership of the property at, and you're going to give them your settlement date. That way, they're not going to go out and turn, because the seller is going to tell them when they want the utilities cut off. So by telling them that you're going to be taking ownership of the property, what they do is they just, I guess, flip a switch and start billing in your name for the utilities, as opposed to physically sending someone out to cut the power. So final walkthrough, you can do it 5 days prior to the settlement if you like. My advice, do it on the way to settlement. That way you can make sure everything's good to go. Don't forget to call BG&E to let them know that you're going to be transferring services into your name and giving them the date of settlement. That's pretty much it. If you've got any questions about the final walkthrough, go ahead and give us a call. We can be reached. The number is 1-888-205-7773. Or as always, you can visit us at thenoblegroup.org. Thanks so much. Have a great day.